Hello, what's going on, everyone? It's Camille Prosperity out of Savannah, Georgia. And guys, in this video, what I'm going to do is talk to you about, do you really know the statute of limitations for debt? This is a very, very, very important topic, guys. And as you come in, a little brief issue. Issue? Did I mean issue? No, I didn't. A little bit of housekeeping here, guys. As you come in, please, please, please tell me where you are watching from. Not just the city and state, but drop your district, say your circuit. Drop your district, say your circuit. Y'all know how we roll. Go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Like the video, share the video, and then subscribe to the channel. I really want to thank y'all so much for showing up and showing out in the last week. You guys have been sharing the videos I've been doing. You've been interacting with me. You've been commenting with me. And when you do those things, guys, it really makes me want to show up, even when I'm not. Okay. For those of you who send like super stickers, super chats, or donations over at hellocamille.com, y'all really help. And if you can't, you can't. But for those of you who really do appreciate the time, energy, and effort that I put into sharing with you guys stuff that I find out in private areas and, just not coming on here and telling you guys fluff, I appreciate you equally. All right. So I want to know, and there is a slight delay, so I'm going to give you some time. I want those of you, hello, everybody. Hello. I know you guys are just coming into the room, but I want to know, please work with me here. Guess what is the statute of limitations on debt? I want to see if you guys really know this stuff as well as you think you do. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I did not. So somebody, anybody, everybody, guess. What is the statute of limitations on debt? And while you are dropping the numbers, I need y'all to participate with me now. I don't like to just come on here and give a monologue. All right, I got 3 responses. Let's see what y'all talking about. Oh, okay. Sheba. Yeah, I have quite the delay. Sheba said Fayetteville, North Carolina. North Carolina is a beautiful, beautiful state. Hey, what's going on, Ivana? 9th Circuit. That's what I'm talking. Drop your district, say your circuit. Drop your district, say your circuit. That's what's up. Stay focused. One of my regulars, 3rd district. Drop your district, say your circuit. Yes. All right. I'm in the 11th district. So we got the 9th, the 3rd, the 11th. This is how I know y'all are new to this. I mean, y'all are true to this, not just new to this. My bad. I am going on very little sleep. Unspoken Word is going ahead and participating. Thank you for at least making a guess. I said my question, guys, was, what was my question? My question was, what is the statute of limitations on debt? Unspoken Word said 7 years. Unspoken Word says 7 years. Okay. So this is really good. Thank you for the guess. I will reveal the answer shortly, but let me pull up Ivana right quick. Ivana, first and foremost, thank you for participating. However, I was not so specific. You must be a little bit new here. There's only what y'all? I'm talking about the districts for courts, for court systems, and so there's only a total of 11. So you're not wrong, clearly, but you're talking about probably like a county district or a state district or something like that. I'm talking about districts for the courts. So let me see something right quick. And in the meantime, you guys, I only got one answer to my question. What is the statute of limitations on debt? No, I got 2 answers. One I did not reveal, and that person knows why I didn't reveal it. For courts. I want to help out Ivana out, though, because we have a new family member here. 11 districts. I just want to show her this so that she can find out what district she is in. Yeah, this is a good map right here. let me share this with Ivana. So, okay, yeah, see, Ivana was talking about California's 52nd congressional district. Right, so you were talking about, like I said, it was my fault. Stay focused is on it. Ooh, I like that answer. 7 years biblically. It is amazing how much of the credit stuff is tied to spiritual and biblical stuff. So I really, really like that answer. We're going to get into it though. But first, let me just help out my good sis Ivana here and show you specifically what I mean when I said drop your district, say your circuit. So I was actually talking about this. Okay. Let me see. This might be a better one. Yeah. I was actually talking about this right here. Can I get it bigger? Doggone it. No, I don't think I can. I just have to do it the ghetto way. All right. So, yes, this is what I'm talking about. As you can see, I'm in Georgia. So, I'm the 11th district. We had somebody who was in the 3rd. So, they're either in Pennsylvania or Maryland or New Jersey. We had somebody say that they were in the 9th district, right? So, that covers a very large territory. So, Ivana, with regards to what I was talking about, since you say you're in California, you're in the 9th. And this is referring to courts, okay, to courts. So now I'm happy that you came. Now you know. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So yeah, drop your district, say your circuit. All right, let's get into it because I don't want to be on here long. Let me go ahead and share this screen. So stay focused is focused, and they are also correct. All right. When we talk about statute of limitations on debt, you really need to understand that just like everything else, it is there are limitations based on state. Based on state. And guess what? It's not only based on the state, it's also based on the type of debt. I'm going to go ahead and grab this link, drop it down in the chat for you guys, for my live viewers. For those of you who are watching on the replay, it will be available in the description box. Hey, what's going on, Devery Greenwood? Very pretty name, Devery. I hope I said it right. Ivana, yes, 9th district. Yes, now you know. Now you know. Now you know. See, it pays to show up, right? How did this come in here twice? I think the link broke up. So let me put it in there again. Oh, the comment box is breaking it up. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay, well, no problem. I'm going to put it in the description box down below. But yeah, statute of limitations, somebody said 7 years, right? And that's, listen to me good. This is why I'm happy y'all showed up to class today. 7 years is the maximum amount of time it can stay on your credit report. But that is not the actual statute of limitations on the debt. The statute of limitations on the debt depends on which type of debt, and it also depends on the state in which you are in. So, like, for example, did you guys know this? Did you guys know this? Because I did not, so it's okay if you didn't. But I'm in Georgia. Look, so 7 years is the amount of time it can stay on the credit report, right? But the amount of time that a person in Georgia can be sued for a debt is anywhere from 4 to 6 years. It depends on the debt. And by the way, I'm not going to play Mother Goose to you. You can come to this article yourself and you can read the types of debt, what they classify as written, oral, promissory note, and open-ended contracts. Is this y'all's first time seeing this? Because this is super duper important. Let me tell you something right now. Right now, a lot of people are suffering. Right now, the money is not flowing as freely as it was around the time of 2020. Right now, a lot of people don't have credit cards, are defaulting on their credit cards. They're living on their credit cards. So this pertains to you. This pertains to your mama, your sister, your brother, your cousin, possibly. So share this video with them. Here is why I say this. Because what will happen is when times get hard and people start defaulting on their loans, Original creditors start settling off the debt to debt collectors, and then things start getting real muddy in the waters. Okay? They start getting really, really muddy in the waters. And so creditors, John Watts, Alabama consumer protection attorney, he has taken cases where actually a consumer has come to him and said, oh, this debt collector is threatening to sue me, right? Alabama. What is, dog, I turned really, really country there, didn't I? Alabama, right here. You got 6 years, you got 3 years. What if a consumer had an open-ended debt? And here we are, year 5, and the debt is still on the credit report. But say the debt collector comes to them and says, we're going to sue you. No, you're not. That is a scare tactic that they are using. And because a lot of people see it on their credit report still, because it's 7 years on the credit report, because they see it on the credit report, they think the debt collector really can sue them for it. But what they don't know is that it's just on your credit report for 7 years. That does not, just because it's there, doesn't give the debt collector the authority to sue you for it. It doesn't give them the right to sue you for it. And if you really, really true to this, you know they don't have the right anyway, most likely. Have you seen the purchase agreement? Have you seen the what you call that thing? Buyers something. I've talked about it in previous videos. Does that debt collector, did they buy from an original creditor who has an arbitration clause so that you don't know these things, right? But what will happen a lot of times is we'll get so scared that we're going to get a judgment, not a judgment, that we're going to be served or get some court paperwork because they're taking us to court. And it's just out of ignorance. They make income off our ignorance. Okay. So John Watts has actually taken companies to court that threatened to sue when they were outside of the statute of limitations for that state, regardless of whether they still had a right to have it on the credit report or not, and won. This is how you turn your debt into dollars. When you catch these fools lying, violating you, and you know how to take it to the next step. Is this making sense? Is this helping anyone else? Is this helping anyone out? Or am I just blowing, hot air out here? Let me see. Let me go to the comments right quick because I'm seeing some stuff. Ivana, you are so very welcome. Ivana says, it's my first time seeing this. I'm so happy that you are here. I'm so happy you are here. And I know some of the replay viewers, even people that won't speak up and say say it's their first time seeing this, it is their first time seeing this too. And that's no shade. I know a lot of people are driving or maybe cooking dinner, whatever the case may be. I'm just happy y'all are here to get this information. Like I said, share it out. Share it out, because just like you didn't know it, I promise you somebody else in your circle did not know it too. And this is how we end up really letting them bamboozle us. I'm not saying don't pay on your debts. And we're not going to get into that conversation are there really debts though? We're not going to, I'm very surface level on my channel right now because I just need to get y'all excited and I need to get y'all in the mix of things. All right. But here we're not going too into the thick of it. Oh. Dun-dun-dun-dun. All right. I'm having a party with myself. The kids songs be catchy. Yes, great info. Thanks. First time here. Whoa, y'all, welcome to Maris King. This is your first time. How you got here? How did you get here? This is not necessarily a sex ed channel or a sex ed topic. But how did you get here, Tamaris? I would love to know. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you are enjoying this, and go back and watch older videos as well. A few days ago, we talked about the universal default clause in credit cards. This is something that you guys also need to know that many people don't. And I think you would really enjoy that video, Tamaris. But thanks for stopping by. So guys, this is so very important because like I said, they will use this against you. And if you don't know any better, you will fall for it. I'm not saying that don't pay if you borrow money. But what I am saying is if you have to make a decision between feeding your family, keeping the lights on, don't let them scare tactic you into paying something when you really have bigger fish to fry. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? And let me show you something too, because this is important to know too. Let's look at Illinois. Chi-town. In Indiana, look at that. Iowa, 10 years. 10 years. What y'all doing over there? So isn't that interesting? Because just like this can work to your advantage, if you in a state where they can only sue 4 or 5 years, even though it can stay on your credit report for 7, right? Let's say you're in Indiana and on some of the debts, they can sue for up to 10 years. That means, first of all, that you always want to be on your P's and Q's to make sure that any debt over 7 years old, you make sure they're getting it off your credit report. Okay? So this is why y'all should be pulling your credit reports. Annualcreditreport.com, I say it all the time. They are still giving you credit reports for free from the big 3. And they used to only do it once a year per CRA. Since 2020, they've been doing it once a week. And this was supposed to stop 3-4 times now. 3-4 times they said the deadline on this free credit report stuff would come, and it comes and it passes, and they're still doing it for free. So no one has any excuse. The same device that you have in the palm of your hand that you're looking at me on, you can go to annualcreditreport.com. It is free. Do not type in free credit report, because it's going to take you to a website where a scammer is going to charge you. Listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. Annualcreditreport.com is where you go. You can get all 3 for free. I was literally walking someone through that via Zoom this weekend. They couldn't remember the last time they pulled their credit report. So I was so happy that they carved out the time to do that, right? Just like I'm so happy that y'all are carving out the time to be here today. But it can work in reverse, right? So if you're armed with this knowledge, you understand the statute of limits, then you know that there are times when, even though the debt is still on your credit report, they can't do nothing to you. But conversely, in certain states, like these states that have 10 years for certain debts, even if it has fallen off your credit report, what this means for y'all, yeah, I'm in the South. What this means for y'all is that they can still sue you. Even if they're within the state's statute of limitations, they can still sue you even though it's not on your credit report. So this is why you got to really understand. I say it all the time. The credit game is not what you think. You've got to learn the rules, and you've got to learn to play to win for you and your family. Let me check out some of these comments because I see them coming through. Kimberly Smith, I like your name. I like your name twin. Thank you, sis, for this. She said, everyone give her the thumbs up, hit that like button. Yes, y'all, please hit the like buttons. I look at my weekly analytics, and I be like, oh, they rocking with me. So it really does count, y'all. It really does help. Let's get some good information going through the algorithm. We have so much, bad information that doesn't empower our community. Let's get some good stuff in there. The good, right? Ivana said, I heard electronic signatures on debt is non-binding. Is that correct and true? It's honestly, my friend would say that's non sequitur. I mean, it's really it's not that important. Like, people will be like, they'll go to a credit card company and be like, produce the contract with my blue ink signature, with my wet blue ink signature. Like, you sound like a fool, because honestly, it's not even that deep. We're not in the day and age where people actually sign for contracts anymore. So it's less about that and more so about you knowing some more important things like what we're discussing here. Does that make sense? Because I don't want y'all to think that if somebody can't produce a contract with your wet ink signature, that's all you need. No. And Ivana, that's why it's so important that you know your district and you say your circuit, because what you want to do is you want to start looking up cases. You can literally go to Google Scholar. It's free. Free 99. You can go to Google Scholar, and then you can type in FDCPA cases in the 9th. You're in the 9th district, in the 9th district. FDCPA stands for Fair Debt Collection Practices. FCRA stands for Fair Credit Reporting Act, right? You can look up the cases and you can see how the judges in your area rule. Ivana, I want you to find me one judge that has ever thrown out a debt or awarded damages to someone because the creditor could not produce a wet ink signature. It's really about so much more than that. And I don't want you to get lost in the sauce. I'm telling you, don't get hemmed up on a signature, because that's the least of your worries. The main thing is that a lot of people will watch 1 or 2 YouTube videos, start quote unquote enforcing, not knowing what the heck they're doing, and get laughed out of court, oftentimes having to pay the attorney fees of these big companies. Can you imagine that? Don't let them violate you twice, right? We got to get these Millie Jean said, can you scroll down to Pennsylvania? She's like, enough of the jabber jabber. Can you scroll down to PA? Yes ma'am. Yes ma'am. I su servicio. Here you go, Millie Jean. Oh, look at you. Y'all looking good over there in PA. Fall. That's like the casino. Okay then. There you go, Miss Millie Jean. That was funny. You scroll down to Pennsylvania. She's like, you doing all this talking. You're welcome, Kimberly. Like your name too. Yes. Kim stands for keep it moving. Isn't that right, sis? That's what we doing. We're gonna keep it moving though. But yeah, so yes, FDCPA and FCRA, Ivana. But you want to look it up for your district, because what you'll find is that different judges rule differently in different areas. Like, for example, in my district, the 11th district, to prove emotional distress is way more lenient than in other districts. It's just like parents. You have to think about it, right? You know how people be like, Southern parents don't play, and Northern parents are more liberal, right? Excuse me. It's the same thing with the judges. You got to get a feel for your judge if you're going to be in your area's court. Now, if you go into the federal court, that's a whole nother ball game, right? But depending on what you're trying to do, that will determine what court you file in. Some people are like, I take it straight to federal, and that's super duper cool. But if you follow in the footsteps of those people and you don't know what you're doing, federal is way more strict. Like, you need to know the civil rules of the rules of civil procedure. So you need to know how to present yourself in federal court. The smaller courts are a little more flexible, a little more lax, a little more lenient. There's pros and cons to both. So I'm not advocating one over the other. I'm just trying to tickle your fancy a little bit to get you interested in this stuff, so that hopefully one day you file somewhere and hold somebody accountable and start learning how to enforce your rights. Because here's the deal. We got about 15 people on the line right now. If each one of you taught your children this, I'll say on average, y'all probably got 3 kids apiece, right? So 15 times 3, if y'all teach y'all's children this, right? Look at how many more enforcers we got going out there. Just like we teach them to cook, just like we teach them to clean. I don't know, do y'all still do that? Because the stuff I'm seeing nowadays, I'm just like, what is going on? But yeah, just like we teach them the basics of life, this should be one of those basics of life. How to not get played for a sucker. Okay? No. I was just messing with you, Millie Jean. Hopefully this is not your first time and you know my sense of humor. She said, nah, sis, I appreciate you talking love. Law, we need the knowledge. I was just messing with you. It's super duper cool. Me and you are good. All right, so you got it. Kimberly got it. Ivana got it. I appreciate the interaction. So yeah, I'm going to, again, when this live ends, I'm going to put the link down below so that everybody can check out their state. This is very important. I want you to read this Forbes article, and I want you to read what classifies these different types of debt, because that's the other problem we have. When we think of debt, we only think of one type of debt, but there are different types of debts. So I felt like you guys needed to see this chart. I want you guys to become familiar with this chart. I'm so happy that people were asking specifically about their state. I hope you all will look into this. If I scrolled really fast past your state, I hope you'll go to this article, and let me show you this too, just to back it up more. You guys know I always show proof. This credit stuff is about so much more than just reading 15 USCs or, going over your Credit Karma. There are so many pieces, so many pieces to the puzzle. But here we go with the CFPB. If you haven't been on the site, it's a great site, okay? And this just came out April 14th. Can debt collectors collect a debt that's several years old? A debt doesn't generally expire or disappear until it's paid, but in many states, there may be a time limit on how long creditors or debt collectors can use legal action to collect the debt. And like I told y'all, find out your state's statute of limitations. And if a debt collector ever tells you they can sue when you know they're outside the SOL, statute of limitations, I really hope that you go get that bag. First of all, I hope that you're in a single party state where you can record the call so that you can use it as evidence, or I hope you get it in writing, or I hope you save the paper. I hope you don't just shred it. I hope you don't put it away. I hope you save it and you take it and you present it and you get your check, because they can't do that. Okay? Read the Debt Collection Practices Act to see what they can and cannot do. Half of them don't even know what they can and cannot do. So imagine if you do. Then you could be like, aha, gotcha, right? So the CFPB's debt collection rule clarifying certain blah, 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 blah. All right. In many states, the statute of limitations are in place to prevent creditors and collectors from using legal action to collect on an older debt. Some debts, such as, we know them dang on federal loans. Did y'all see my video about the federal loans though? About the student loans. And if you went to an unaccredited college, if you didn't, it was 2 days ago. So yeah, some of those colleges that y'all went to, I went to school in my pajamas. Some of them colleges that had rap songs on the videos. If your college president was all in the videos, like Diddy, okay, chances are that piece of paper ain't worth crap. And chances are the loans you took out to go to the school in your pajamas, you can get those loans discharged. So go back and look at that video. I shared a list of colleges. So yeah, look at that video, share that video out with people, okay? So this is a saying. I'm sleepy, y'all. This is saying exactly what I just said. I said what I said. See, most states or jurisdictions have statute of limitations between 3 and 6 years. Both of those are under 7 years, right? But some may be longer. We talked about states. But it depends on the type of debt, the state where you live, the state law named in your credit agreement. So again, this is why they're getting over on us. I am not for, people not being in honor, but that goes both ways. Just because I owe a debt does not mean you can take advantage of me. It does not. If I've fallen on hard times and I've fallen behind on a debt, that clearly means something is going on. So what you're not going to do is come up in here with a snowball avalanche effect on my butt, making things worse for me, threatening me, harassing me, lying to me, and again, making income off of my ignorance. Man, that puts a bee in my bonnet like nobody's business. Okay? All right, Kimberly, y'all so funny. Kimberly want me to check out Baltimore. Be more. All right, let's go check out Be More right quick. And y'all, this is all stuff that I go over in my mentorship. This is what I do. I put together the pieces of the puzzle for you. Because these short videos are insightful and they're good. Maryland, 3363. Okay. And what does the double asterisk mean? The double asterisk means 12 years if 12 years if contract or promissory note is under seal. Yeah, you have to definitely look more into this. But that is what Maryland, where was it at? Yep. That's what you're working with Maryland, sis. Okay. All right. Let me check out this other key. Got my CCs on auto pay. And that's cool. That's a really great way to do it. However, I will say, I just got a card in the mail because one of my cards expired. And so just be sure that you always make sure that auto pay comes out on time. Okay. I had a mentee who had her credit cards on auto pay too. And when one of her cards renewed, she forgot about it. It happened at the worst possible time. She had so much going on in life and she didn't actually catch it until it was not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days late, but 30 days late. So guess what? No, not chicken butt, but she got charged a late fee. The creditor skyrocketed the interest rate. And because it was 30 days late, it got put on the credit report, which entitled it to the universal default clause, which it was just a whole domino effect. And it was crazy because she had it being auto drafted out of her account with no problem for a very, very long time. And it was really unfortunate that one thing, that one time, again, the credit game is crazy, y'all. It is not fair. So you got to learn these rules and you got to play to win. But that is a good thing to do generally. Just make sure that whatever cards you put on auto pay, I have a tool that I use that I absolutely love. It's called LastPass. And I wear LastPass and my Google Calendar out. So certain things like when my credit cards expire, oh yes, baby, I have that set up in my calendar. When I actually did it because of what just happened with me with this card coming most recently. It's amazing how fast these years fly by. I'm like, I feel like I just got this card, but nope, I didn't. It's been 3 years now, something like that. So I would strongly advise you to put a Google reminder on your calendar for when all of your cards expire, and make sure that you schedule that reminder like a week in advance, as well as 2 and 3 days in advance, and so forth. Hopefully that makes sense to you all. All right, awesome. Ivana is in the know now. Millie is laughing at me. All right, so that's all I got. Ain't got no more, you guys. If you like how I teach, if you like how I talk, if you like how I am, and you want to be a part of the mentorship, just go to, and y'all tell me too, like, what do you feel? Tell me how to best serve you. What do you feel about the mentorship? I did a deal that I had not done before. I had 4 cycles in the mentorship this year. All of them were great. You can check out my testimonials. But if you go to Credit Crushers, there is not only a place where you can check out testimonials about what people have to say about me as it relates to helping them with their credit and understand consumer protection stuff, but you can also sign up for the Credit Crushers. This is a 4-week mentorship that has a lot. And I said this session in August, you could bring a friend for that price. So that's literally, if you brought a friend and y'all split the price, that's less than $500 each for 4 weeks of us going in like this. Now, I recently toyed with the idea too of doing a 2-day intensive for only $247. So the link is there. I want to know, because y'all say, oh, can I talk to you? Can you email me? I can't do any of those things. And anytime I've tried, it's usually shot me in the foot, because I can't download like 10 years and all these years worth of information, all these hours worth of information that I consume in just 30 minutes, or just a 15-minute conversation right quick. It's really, really pointless. So like something where I put together all the pieces of the puzzle for you. Some of you don't have the 4 weeks. So I thought, okay, maybe if I do a 2-day intensive on a weekend. And now that would not be recorded. So, I can't get into the reasons why, but that one would not be recorded. So you would have to be attentive. You would have to take your notes, and yeah, I could just give you the 4-week thing in 2 days, which will be a lot. But for some people, I think that will work better for not only their pocketbook, but also their schedule. Because we got a lot going on. So the links are there. Sign up, guys, for if you like the way I teach and you want more of the information that I have, because there's so much more. I was just in a group a few moments ago, and I've been in there all day long, because we meet every Sunday for like 3 hours. And now that's a whole nother conversation that we're having. I will never have that conversation on YouTube for various reasons. But it's amazing, because we're sharing information. We met in a private setting, and some of my mentees who actually did the work, I'm sharing with them that information because I know they have the foundation. So it's not that I won't share it with y'all. It's just that it's like you wouldn't give your child a stick shift sports car, right? If they're just learning to drive. Okay, it's like that. It's like that. It's like this and like that and like this and all right, I be having flashbacks. let me go. I think this is like delirium from not sleeping and everything else. So thank you all for joining. Thank you all for let me stop the share and just go back and make sure that there were no other comments. I don't want to, if you guys take the time to plug in, I don't want to ignore anybody. I hate it when I end the broadcast too, and then somebody comes with like a last minute comment. I'd be like, Homer Simpson, don't, don't. So it's never my intention to cut anybody off. Anyway, thank you everybody for joining. Again, share this out. It's each one teach one. Start talking to your friends about this stuff. If you got a family group chat, start dropping this stuff in your group chat, especially for the people that just graduated high school, the young ones entering this world of credit. Don't let them mess it up and then be like, oh, well, now let me tell you how to fix it. Why don't we get it at the inception, right? Why don't we tell them how to start off correctly versus how to fix it after the fact, So anyway, I ain't going to preach no more. Thank you all for joining. I hope you learned something. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that everything I said will be in the description box. Actually is. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.